Imagine a mind so brilliant it could journey to the farthest reaches of the cosmos, all while trapped inside a body that could barely move. This isn't science fiction. It's the incredible true story of Stephen Hawking, a man who redefined our understanding of the universe and became an icon of human resilience. Born on January 8, 1942, exactly 300 years after the death of Galileo, Stephen was a bright, if somewhat laid-back, student. He showed an early aptitude for science and mathematics, building a computer with friends out of old clock parts. He went on to study at Oxford, where his brilliance truly began to shine, but it was at Cambridge, during his PhD studies, that his life took a dramatic, unexpected turn. At just 21 years old, he was diagnosed with ALS, a motor neuron disease. Doctors gave him only 2 years to live. It was a devastating blow. The universe he was so eager to explore suddenly seemed to be closing in on him. He fell into a depression, questioning the point of even finishing his doctorate. But then, something shifted. He met and fell in love with Jane Wilde, and this love gave him a renewed sense of purpose, a reason to live. With Jane's support, he not only finished his PhD, but embarked on a career that would change physics forever. As his physical condition deteriorated, his mind soared. He lost the ability to walk, to write, and eventually to speak. But even after a tracheotomy left him completely voiceless, he found a new way to communicate through a speech-generating device, that iconic computerized voice becoming his trademark. He refused to let his disability define him. He once quipped, "The downside of my celebrity is that I cannot go anywhere in the world without being recognized. It is not enough for me to wear dark sunglasses and a wig. The wheelchair gives me away." His humor and wit were as sharp as his intellect. So, what were these mind-blowing discoveries that made him a legend? Well, let's start with black holes. At the time, the prevailing idea, based on Einstein's theory of general relativity, was that nothing, not even light, could escape a black hole's gravitational pull. They were seen as cosmic vacuum cleaners, the ultimate dead ends. But Hawking had a revolutionary idea. He combined general relativity with the strange rules of quantum mechanics, the physics of the very small. He proposed that black holes aren't completely black after all. Due to quantum effects near the event horizon, the point of no return black holes should slowly emit particles. This radiation, now famously known as Hawking radiation, means that black holes can actually lose mass, shrink, and eventually evaporate completely over immense timescales. This was earth-shattering. It meant black holes have a temperature and a lifespan. It connected the three great pillars of modern physics: gravity, quantum mechanics, and thermodynamics. It also led to the black hole information paradox. If a black hole evaporates, what happens to the information of everything that fell into it? According to quantum mechanics, information can never be destroyed. This is a puzzle that physicists are still grappling with today. And it all started with Hawking's groundbreaking work. His ambitions didn't stop there. He turned his attention to the very beginning of everything, the Big Bang. Working with his colleague Roger Penrose, he showed that Einstein's theory of general relativity implied that the universe must have begun from an infinitely small, infinitely dense point called a singularity. Our entire cosmos, all of space and time, exploding from a single point. But Hawking wasn't satisfied. He later tried to get rid of this singularity using quantum mechanics. His no-boundary proposal, developed with James Hartle, suggests that if we could go back to the very beginning, the distinction between space and time would blur. The universe would have a starting point or a boundary in the way we normally think of it. Asking what came before the Big Bang would be like asking what's north of the North Pole. The question itself becomes meaningless. It's a mind-bending concept that paints a picture of a universe that is completely self-contained, with no need for a creator or a prior cause. Hawking wasn't just a scientist for scientists. He had a deep desire to share the wonders of the cosmos with everyone. In 1988, he published A Brief History of Time. It was written to be accessible to the general public, explaining complex ideas like the Big Bang, black holes, and the nature of time in clear, understandable language. The book was a phenomenal success. It sold over 25 million copies and was translated into dozens of languages, making him a global superstar. He brought cosmology out of the ivory tower and into people's living rooms. He showed us that you don't need to be a genius to wonder about the big questions. Where did we come from? What is the nature of the universe? And what is our place in it? Through his books, lectures, and even appearances on shows like The Simpsons and The Big Bang Theory. He became a cultural icon. His story was one of incredible triumph over adversity. He traveled the world, experienced zero gravity in a specially modified plane, and continued his research until his final days. He passed away on March 14, 2018, at the age of 76, having outlived his initial prognosis by more than half a century. His life serves as a powerful testament to the limitless potential of the human mind and spirit. He taught us that no matter how difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Stephen Hawking's legacy is twofold. There is the scientific legacy, the profound insights into the nature of reality that continue to inspire and challenge physicists today. And then there is the human legacy, the story of a man who faced an unimaginable challenge and responded not with despair, but with courage, humor, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. He encouraged us all to look up at the stars and not down at our feet, to be curious. His journey from a promising young student to a global icon who reshaped our cosmic perspective is a story for the ages. He showed us that the universe is a vast and mysterious place, but the human spirit's capacity to understand it is just as boundless. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and mind of a true giant. If you found this story as inspiring as we do, please hit that like button, subscribe for more stories about incredible minds, and share this video with someone who loves to wonder about the cosmos. See you in the next one.